morning, folks. Welcome to the channel. Well, it could be afternoon when you see this thing or evening, but I'm Dom. This is Rockin' the Country. I've got a gift request for a new artist to the channel, Court Taylor. I don't know where she's from. I don't do research. It's a reaction channel, and Jonathan Bradley made a gift to the channel for me to do this one titled Blame Me. So I don't know what we're getting into here, but we're about to find out. So thank you for this gift and request, Jonathan. And I'm curious to see what she is all about. I got a live performance here too. All right, here we go. It's like a home performance. Cool hat.
Summer before he died, I sat with my old man, and we talked about life.
Her grandfather.
I asked him why. Daddy's always so angry. Do you think he hates me? Screaming, slamming doors, feels like we're always at war. I look and walk and talk like him, but there's something about the way he is that I just can't understand. That's when he said, "It ain't you, spade deep in the roots," and he fought like hell to change it, but that's just how I raised him to tell you the truth. If I could go back and undo anything, it'd be one thing. Daddy, I taught him to be, so don't blame him, blame me.
Wow.
Cause he was a boy who needed a father. Most days I couldn't be bothered, like I wasn't even there. When he was down, I pushed him lower, so it's no wonder he grew colder. And I know it ain't fair, but it ain't you. It's buried deep in the roots, and he fought like hell to change it, but that's just how I raised him to tell you the truth. If I could go back and undo anything, it'd be one thing. Daddy, I taught him to be, so don't blame him, blame me.
Wow. At least he's seeing it that way, but Jesus.
Cause he looks and walks and talks like me, and there's something about the man you see that I understand. Cause he's the man I used to be. So honey, it ain't you. It's buried deep in the roots, and he fought like hell to change it, but that's just how I raised him to tell you the truth. If I could go back and
Undo.
anything, it'd be one thing. Daddy, I taught him to be, so don't blame him, blame me. Blame me, blame me.
Wow. Jesus. Man, is there a lot wrapped up in that song. First, you have ownership of seeing your grandchild suffering in ways because of the way you yourself raised your own kid, her father. You've got the whole family dynamic where the father is in this one, I'm not sure. In the beginning of the song, did he die? I don't recall. There were so many things going on in there, and a lot of elements in this thing were reminiscent of my own family's life, minus the ownership of shit that people may have done or ways they may have been and affected others. And I purposely broke from that way of being and charted my own path. And that has its own things that goes on with it. But the fact that the grandfather owns his stuff. But all right, now Court, I love the way she sang this. And I gotta say, like dollars to donuts, there's no way she didn't write this. And so that's another element when somebody talks about things that go on truly within their own life and family. I think most folks feel vulnerable when they share things like this. Like others are going to judge them negatively because this is part of their family history or part of their own screw ups, whatever it is that we may be talking about or divulging. But it's not that way. It's the opposite way. People actually are drawn closer to us when we can talk about our own things, the things that we know aren't maybe good about ourselves or we're confused about or we're shy about or sheepish about or don't like or mistakes we made. And we're not trying to hide it. We're talking about it sort of openly or freely. And not everything, but when we don't try coming across as all polished and pretty all the time, but really are just like, you want to use the word real, then people are drawn to you more. And, it elicits a certain compassion in people who might not even be compassionate. Because one thing a lot of folks don't like is when you're just trying to come across as this all perfect little Miss Pretty, little Mr. Perfect type person. All of us have things in our family, but wow, I love the guitar picking in this too. That should not be forgotten to be mentioned in this one. But every so often a song just hits you. And it's partially the setting. If this was in a club, I don't think it would have hit me as powerfully. It would have been powerful, I could tell you that. But the fact that it looked like it was in a home adds an additional luster to this song. So, Jonathan, I'm not sure how you discovered Court. I don't know if you know her personally. I don't know if you've seen her or just YouTube made a recommendation one day and you decided to click on it. It's just all those things. But I loved her voice. I loved the way she sang it. She didn't try selling anything. It wasn't a tale of woe. It was just, here's what happened. My grandfather said, blame me for the stuff you see in your father. And the stuff that she couldn't identify with. She's like, I look like him. I think like I walk like him a bit. There's similarities, but I can't connect with him. I can't connect with his ways. And I understand that extraordinarily well. So I'm going to rate this. And the number that popped into my head was a 10. The raw honesty, this just captured a sliver of life in a way that I've never heard presented before, telling it from the grandfather's perspective and him taking ownership. Sometimes you just wonder in your own family, if that had happened in your own family, how things might have been different. And then you could say, well, what do I need to own up to? What might I need to own up to down the line? I don't know. All right, guys, you can thank Jonathan Bradley for that one. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.
Spade